Hello, how are you? I'm a little tired. Sit down, please. I'd like to speak English today too, to improve my speaking skill. Let's get it started. Typhoon is approaching Japan, so I have to be prepared enough for that. I will take in the objects put outside in preparation for the typhoon. But according to the weather forecast, the typhoon will be turned into low temperature pressure, or how can I say? Low atmosphere pressure on the 6th. I hope the typhoon will not create flood. I hope the typhoon will not cause floods. I hope the typhoon will not cause floods. I hope the typhoon will not cause floods. Flood. I hope the typhoon will not cause floods. I hope the typhoon will not cause floods in the area. I hope the typhoon will not cause flood. The farmers are plowing the sand in the field. The typhoon plowed through the area and did damage to the area. The typhoon plowed through the area. The typhoon might plow through the area. The typhoon plowed through the area, doing damage to the area. The typhoon plowed through the area. The typhoon plowed through the area. I saw pedestrians plowing through the station and bumping into each other because there are many people going forth and back. I saw some people working in the station. I saw some people bumping into each other because there are many people in the station. I tried to plow through the station, but I bumped into 2 or 3 people and apologized to each other. The typhoon plowed through the area, blowing off many objects. The typhoon plowed through the area, blowing off many objects. The typhoon plowed through the area, blowing off many objects. Blowing off many objects. The typhoon plowed through the area and blew off many objects. The typhoon plowed through the area. The typhoon plowed through the area. The typhoon plowed through the area and did damage to the farms. The typhoon plowed through the area. The typhoon plowed through the area. I plowed through the station so that I wouldn't bump into anyone. I don't like plowing through a crowd. I don't like to plow through a crowd. I don't like plowing through a crowd. I don't like to plow through a crowd. The tractor plows through the field. The tractor plows through the field. The tractor plows through the soil. The tractor specializes in plowing the sand, plowed through the soil of the field. The typhoon plowed through the area, blowing off many objects. The typhoon plowed through the area. 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 The typhoon plowed through the area, destroying many objects, blowing off many objects. The tractor plowed through the sand, plowed through the soil. The tractor plowed through the field, paddy field. The tractor, the special tractor plowed through the rice field. The tractor plowed through the field. I don't like plowing through a crowd. I don't like to plow through the crowd. I don't like to plow through a 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 crowd. I don't like plowing through a crowd. I don't like plowing through a crowd. I don't like plowing through a crowd. Plow through, 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 plow through. I don't like plowing through a crowd. I prefer a quiet place with tranquility. Plow through, plow through. I don't like to plow through a crowd. I don't like to plow through a crowd. I don't like to plow through a crowd. Plow through, plow through, plow through. The typhoon plowed through the area. The typhoon plowed through the area, destroying many objects, stuff, things. The typhoon plowed through the area, blowing off many objects, things, stuff. The typhoon plowed through the area, causing the river flood. The typhoon plowed through the area, causing the river flood. Causing the river to flood. Causing the river to flood. Causing the river to flood. The typhoon plowed through the area, causing the river to flood. The typhoon plowed through the area and caused many rivers to flood. The typhoon plowed through the area and caused many rivers to flood. The typhoon plowed through the area and caused many rivers to flood. His release from the hospital will be soon if the result is better next week. Is the fume coming out of the chimney hazardous? Hazardous. Is the smoke coming out of the chimney hazardous? Or okay? Are the fumes? Is the fume coming out of the car hazardous? Or is it carcinogenic pollutants? Carcinogenic pollutant? Carcinogenic pollutant? Is the smoke coming out of the chimney carcinogenic pollutant? Is the fume coming out of the chimney carcinogenic pollutant? Is the smoke coming out of the chimney carcinogenic pollutant? Is the smoke coming out of the chimney carcinogenic pollutant? There are many carcinogenic pollutants out there. There must be more carcinogenic pollutants we haven't known out there. Is the smoke coming out of the volcano carcinogenic pollutant? Is the smoke coming out of the chimney carcinogenic pollutant? Is the smoke coming out of the chimney carcinogenic pollutant? Carcinogenic pollutant? Carcinogenic pollutant? Carcinogenic pollutant? Carcinogenic pollutant? Is the fume coming out of the chimney carcinogenic pollutant? Is the smoke coming out of the chimney carcinogenic pollutant? Is the smoke coming out of the volcano carcinogenic pollutant? Is the black smoke coming out of the volcano carcinogenic pollutant? Is the black or gray smoke coming out of the volcano carcinogenic? The water used in the bathroom is linked to the sewer. All of the sewage is linked to the sewer. And such water, the sewage will be disposed in the facility. The water used in the bathroom is connected to the sewer, and such water will be disposed of in the facility. Such water will be dealt with in the facility. Sewage is running in the pipe, so please do not open the lid. Sewage is running in the pipe, under the pipe. The pipe buried under the land. Sewage is running in the pipe, through the pipe, buried under the land. Sewage is running in the pipe, buried under the land. Sewage is running in the pipe, buried under the land. The water used in the bathroom is connected to the sewer. Such water will be disposed of in the facility in the end. The water used in the toilet is connected to the sewer. All of the sewage is connected to the sewer. Such water will be disposed of and dealt with in the facility in the end. All of the sewage is connected to the sewer. All of the sewage is connected to the sewer. All of the sewage is connected to the sewer. All of the sewage is connected to the sewer. All of the sewage is connected to the sewer. All of the sewage is connected to the sewer. All of the sewage is connected to the sewer. All of the sewage is connected to the sewer. All of the sewage is connected to the sewer. Such water will be disposed of in the facility. Sewage is running in the pipe. Sewage is running in the sewer. Sewage is running in the sewer, buried under the land. Sewage is running in the sewer, buried under the land. The refinery refines crude oil. The refinery is the symbol of the city. The refinery has been suspended due to unprecedented accident. I used to work for the refinery, oil refinery, soy sauce refinery. How many oil refineries are there in your prefecture? How many oil refineries are there in your prefecture, in your state? About 60 students were spewed into the University of Tokyo from the cram school. It's which is awesome. The cars spill gas into the air. The cars spill gas into the air. Many vehicles spill gas into the air. The cars are spewing gas into the air. The cars, planes, trains, and many vehicles are spewing gas into the air. The cars 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 are spewing gas into the air. The factory spewed smoke from the chimney into the air. The factory spewed gas, smokes into the air from the chimney. The factory spills gas from the chimney into the air every day. The truck spewed gray gas into the air from the pipe. The truck spilled gray gas into the air. I saw the truck spewing gray gas into the air, which entered my car through the air conditioner filter, which I smelled strange. I saw a tractor spewing gray gas into the air, which entered my car through the air conditioner filter, which I felt I smelled very bad. I saw a chimney spewing smoke into the air. I was watching a chimney spewing gray smoke into the air at the chair. I was sitting on the bench and looking at the chimney, spewing gray gas into the air from the chimney. I was sitting at the chair. I was sitting in the bench in the park and looking at the chimney, spewing gray smoke into the air from the chimney. I was sitting at the bench and looking at the chimney, spewing gas into the air, spewing gray smoke into the air. I watched a volcano spewing gray gas into the air on TV. I watched on TV the volcano spewing gray gas, smoke, fumes into the air. The car spewing gas into the air. The gas is being spewed into the air. The gas it's being released into the air. The gas is spewed into the air every day from the cars. The gas from the cars is being spewed into the air every day. The gas from the cars is being spewed into the air every day. The gas from the cars or other vehicles is being spewed into the air every day. The gas from the cars is being spewed into the air. The cars spewing gas into the air. Cars spewing gas into the air. The cars spewing gas into the air. The cars spewing gas into the air. The volcano erupted. and spewed the gas into the air. The volcano erupted and spewed the gas into the air. The volcano erupted and spewed the gas into the air. The volcano erupted and spewed the gas into the air. The volcano erupted and spewed the gas into the air. The volcano erupted and spewed the gas into the air. The volcano erupted, spewing the gas into the air. The volcano erupted, spewing the gas into the air. The gas was spewed into the air by the volcanic eruption. The gas from the volcano was spewed into the air. The passing typhoon might trigger floods at many rivers. His negligence at work triggered his resignation. His negligence at work triggered such a big mistake. A lack of sleep will damage your health. A lack of sleep will do damage to your health. A lack of sleep, a short of sleep will do damage to your health. A short of sleep will do damage to your health. A short of sleep will damage to your health. The typhoon did damage to the farmers. The typhoon damaged the farmers. The facility was established in 2019. The facility for producing semiconductor was erected in early 2020s. Early 20s. The earthquake made the volcano erupted. The earthquake made the volcano erupt. Fortunately, the explosion of the object did nothing to others, did nothing to anyone. Fortunately, the explosion of the factory made no one injuries. Thanks to the spread of the internet, Japanese culture spread across the world. The rumor is spreading so fast. Rumors tend to spread so fast in countryside. Some people get 1 million yen as bonus from the company. I sometimes slam into pedestrians in the station because there are many people walking in the station. I sometimes bumped into someone. I sometimes slammed into someone while walking in the station because there are many people walking. The drunk driver slammed into the fence. Slammed into the fence. The drunk driver slammed into the fence. The drunk driver slammed into the fence. The drunk man slammed into the wall and woke up. The drunk guy slammed into the pedestrians, bothering other pedestrians too. The drunk man slammed into the wall. 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 I walked carefully so that I wouldn't slam into anyone. I walked carefully, looking around so that in order that I wouldn't slam into anyone. I usually drive my car so carefully so that I won't slam into anything. I usually drive my car so carefully in order that I won't slam into anything. The soccer ball slammed into the window of the house, but fortunately the window did not break down, but the owner of the house got angry. I saw a car slamming into the wall. I saw a car slamming into the wall. I saw a car slamming into the wall. Slamming into the wall. I saw a drunk man slamming into the wall. I saw a drunk man slamming into the wall. I saw a drunk man slamming into the wall. The soccer ball slammed into the window of the house, but fortunately the window didn't break down. Fortunately the window did not collapse. but the owner of the house got angry. The soccer ball slammed into the fence. The soccer ball slammed into the spectators. The soccer ball slammed into the spectators. The soccer ball slammed into the face of the player, and he was carried to the hospital because he lost consciousness. He lost consciousness. The soccer ball slammed into the face of the player, and he lost consciousness. So he was carried to the hospital immediately. The soccer ball slammed into the face of the player. The soccer ball slammed into the spectators. The two soccer players slammed into each other, and they were sent to the hospitals. The two soccer players slammed into each other during the play, and the soccer play was suspended for a while. The two soccer players slammed into each other, and the game was suspended for a while. The two soccer players slammed into each other, and the game was suspended for a while. The soccer ball slammed into the wall. The drunk man slammed into the wall and collapsed. The drunk man slammed into the wall and collapsed. The soccer ball slammed into the spectator. The two soccer players slammed into each other, and they lost consciousness. They were sent to hospital. I don't like those slamming the doors. I don't like those slamming the doors. One feature of the boss is to slam the doors when he is angry. One feature of our boss is to slam the door, slam the door when he is angry. The door slammed due to the strong wind. The door slammed due to the strong wind. All of a sudden, the slam of the door all of a sudden surprised us. The sudden slam of the door slam. The sudden slam of the door surprised us. I don't like those slamming the doors. It's very noisy, irritating. Slamming sound makes me angry, gets on my nerves. Slamming sound, slamming, and snoring sound gets on my nerves. I will lose my temper if someone slams the door. If someone slams the door, I will lose my temper. I will lose my temper when someone slams the door. The slamming sound of the doors will get on my nerves. The slamming sound of of the doors gets on my nerves. I don't like those slamming the doors. The door slammed by the strong wind suddenly, which surprised us. The boss slammed the door, slammed the door, slammed the door. The boss 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 slammed the door, slammed the door. The door slammed the door. The door slammed, all of a sudden, all at once, suddenly, all at once, all of a sudden. The door slammed by the strong wind all of a sudden, which surprised us. Do not slam doors or windows. Please be polite every time, all the time. One feature of our boss is to slam the doors when he is angry. One feature of the boss is to slam the door when he is angry. The door slammed by the strong wind all of a sudden, which surprised us. The door slammed by the strong wind all of a sudden, which surprised us. I don't like those slamming the doors. I don't like those slamming the doors. The door slammed suddenly by the strong wind, which surprised us. The door suddenly slammed by the strong wind, which surprised us. Do not approach coastline during the typhoon, which is very dangerous, hazardous, risky. I drove along the coastline, which impressed me, which moved me, which touched me. I like driving along the coastline because the view is very beautiful, breathtaking view. The breathtaking view from the coastline impressed me, touched me, moved me. I like the view, beautiful view from the coastline. I enjoyed looking at the view from the coastline. Please do not approach the coast during the typhoon, which is very dangerous, risky, hazardous. And since the merchandise was introduced from the very famous YouTuber, the merchandise was sold out from coast to coast. The fashion is really in from coast to coast. The fashion is catching on really from coast to coast. The captain has already gone on shore. When do you think the captain will go on shore? I think he will go on shore at this time tomorrow. What time do you think he will go on shore? What time do you think the rescue teams will go on shore here? I think they must be here this time tomorrow. But we have no choice but to wait. We have no choice but to wait. We have no option but to wait. The island is sited offshore. The island is situated offshore. The island is located offshore. Please do not go offshore. Please do not go far offshore. It's dangerous. I let you go swimming as long as you won't go offshore. I will let you go swimming as long as you will not go offshore. As long as you won't go offshore. Do not approach shore. Do not approach shore when typhoon is approaching. Do not approach shore when typhoon is approaching. Do not approach shore when hurricane is approaching. I saw some people enjoying fishing at the shore. I saw some people enjoying fishing at the shore. I saw some people enjoying fishing at the shore. I saw some people fishing at the shore. I saw some people fishing at the shore. I remember fishing at the shore when I was elementary school student. I remember fishing at the shore when I was an elementary school student. I remember fishing at the shore. I remember fishing at the bank of the shore. I remember fishing at the from the bank of the shore. I remember fishing at the bank of the shore when I was an elementary school student, primary school student. I still remember fishing at the shore when I was a primary school student. The passengers had already on shore when I arrived at the ferry terminal. The passengers had been already on shore when I arrived at the ferry terminal. My family had already been on shore when I arrived at the ferry terminal. My family had already been on shore from the ship when I arrived at the ferry terminal. My family had already been on shore from the ferry when I arrived at the ferry terminal. They were waiting for me about 5 minutes. My friends had already been on shore when I arrived at the ferry terminal. The ship is going offshore. The ship is going offshore. The boat is going offshore. We enjoyed fishing from the boat offshore. We enjoyed fishing on the boat from the boat offshore. We enjoyed the fishing on the boat from the offshore. We enjoyed fishing from the boat offshore. We enjoyed fishing on the boat. We enjoyed fishing on the boat offshore. Don't go offshore when you swim in the sea. If you can promise me that, I will let you go swimming. I will let you go swimming as long as you can promise me that you will not go beyond the limitation string, you know. I will let you go swimming as long as you will not go offshore. What time do you think the captain will go on shore today? What time do you think the captain will go on shore today? I guess he will go on shore by noon today. Okay. So by the time our captain goes on shore, we have to finish cleaning. Yeah, let's go. Let's do. Please do not approach the shore. Do not approach shore during the typhoon or hurricane for your safety. Please do not approach shore for your safety. Please do not approach shore when typhoon is approaching. Okay? It's very dangerous. By the time I arrived at the ferry terminal, my family had already been on shore. By the time I arrived at the ferry terminal, my family had already been on shore from the ferry. By the time I arrived at the ferry terminal, my family had already been on shore. By the time I arrived at the ferry terminal to pick up my family, they had already been on shore. They had already been on shore. They had already been on shore. By the time I arrived at the ferry terminal to pick my family up, they had already been on shore. 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 By the time I arrived at the ferry terminal to pick my family up, they had already been on shore. They had already been on shore. They had already been on shore. On shore. They had already been 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 on shore. We enjoyed fishing on the boat offshore. 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 We enjoyed fishing offshore. We enjoyed fishing on the boat offshore. Please do not go swimming offshore. If you can promise me that you will not go offshore, I will let you go swimming. As long as you will not go offshore, I will let you go swimming. Can you promise me now? If you can promise me that you want to go offshore, I will let you go swimming. What do you say to that? What do you say to having lunch at the restaurant, which is not crowded at all, but I cannot assure you the good taste. But you don't have to wait. The tourists are being on shore, stepping down the stairs. The tourist will go on shore in about 30 minutes, so the guide is preparing for the tour. Excursion. Offshore excursion. The tourist will go on shore in about 30 minutes, so the tour guide is preparing for the tour, starting from the shore. The tourist will go on shore in about 30 minutes. So the guides are preparing for that at the ferry terminal. We enjoyed fishing on the boat offshore. We enjoyed fishing on the boat offshore. Please do not approach shore. Please do not approach shore during the typhoon or hurricane because it is dangerous. Okay? By the time I arrive at the ferry terminal to pick them up, to pick my family up, they had already been on shore. They had already been on shore from the ferry. They had been already on shore. They had already been on shore. They had been already on shore. They had already been on shore. They had already been on shore. They had been already on shore. They had already been on shore. By the time I arrived at the ferry terminal, my family had already been on shore. We enjoy fishing on the boat, offshore. Please do not go swimming offshore. Do not go ashore when it is typhoon or inclement weather. Please do not go ashore when it is typhoon. I went ashore to relax and forget from the hustle and bustle lifestyle. I went to the ashore to forget the bustle and hustle life, busy life. I went to the ashore to escape from hustle and bustles in the city life. I went ashore to escape from hustle and bustle in the city. I went ashore to escape from the hustle and bustle in the urban city. I went to ashore to escape from the hustle and bustle of the city, of the busy city, of the urban city. Please do not go ashore when it is typhoon. Please do not go ashore when it is typhoon. Please do not go ashore when it is typhoon. It is dangerous, you know. Ashore, ashore. I went ashore to escape from the busy life in the city. I went to ashore to relax and escape from the hustle and bustle from the city life. I went ashore to running. For running. I went ashore for running. I went ashore for running. I went ashore for running. Ashore. Ashore. The boat is approaching ashore. The boat is approaching ashore. The fishery boat is approaching ashore. The boat is approaching ashore. Ashore. The boat is approaching 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 ashore. 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 The boat is approaching ashore. The boat is approaching ashore. I went ashore. I went ashore to escape from hustle and bustle of the busy city life. I went ashore to escape from hustles and bustle of the busy city life. I went to ashore. I went ashore. I went ashore for relaxing. I went ashore for relaxing. We went ashore to have a BBQ nearby. I went ashore to enjoy BBQ nearby. We went ashore to enjoy BBQ because there are some facilities where we can enjoy BBQ nearby. I hope the typhoon will not cause the areas to be flooded. I hope the typhoon will not cause flood. I hope the typhoon will not cause flood. I hope the typhoon will not cause flood, arouse flood. I hope flood will not break out. I hope I hope flood will not be broken about. I hope flood will not break out. I hope typhoon will not cause flood. The flood left many citizens stranded. The flood left many citizens stranded. The flood kept many citizens stalemate. The flood did severe damage to the area. The flood did severe damage to the area. The flood damaged the area seriously. The flood damaged the area seriously. The flood damaged the area seriously. The river is about to flood. The river is about to flood. The river is about to flood. With a little bit more rain, the river will flood. With a little bit more rain, the river will flood. With a little bit more rain, the river will flood. Overflow. Flood. The river is flooding. The river is flooding because of the heavy rain. Due to the torrential rain, the river flooded. The river flooded. The river is flooded. The river is being flooded. The river is flooding. The river is flooding. Wherever you go, the restaurant is always packed, crowded, inundated, flooded. After the famous celebrity advertised the snacks, many people flooded to stores. I hope the typhoon will not cause flood. I hope the typhoon will not flood the river. The typhoon flooded the river. The typhoon flooded the river. The typhoon flooded the river. Water is overflowing. from the bank of the river. I hope the typhoon will not flood the river. I hope the typhoon will not flood the river, but it's already overflowing. The water from the river is overflowing beyond the fence bank. The river is flooding. When I went to the bathroom, the water was overflowing, so someone must have forgotten to turn off the faucet. The river is now flooding. The river is about to flood. 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 The river is already flooding. 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 The river is flooding. I hope the typhoon will not flood the river. I hope the torrential rain will not flood the river. The area is about to be flooded. The area flooded with the torrential rain. The area flooded with the torrential rain. The area flooded because of the torrential rain, heavy rain. The area flooded because of the torrential rain. The area flooded owing to the torrential rain. The area flooded because of the heavy rain. The area flooded. The area flooded. The region flooded. The flood of the area kept many citizens stranded. The flood of the area left many citizens stranded. The region flooded due to the torrential rain. The region flooded. The area flooded because water overflew from the bank of the river. The region flooded because the water came beyond the bank of the river. The region flooded because of the heavy rain. The region flooded because of a series of heavy rain. The region flooded because of the series of heavy rain. The region flooded. The region flooded because of the series of heavy rain. The heavy rain might flood the area. The heavy rain might flood the area. The heavy rain might flood the region. 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 The river might flood. The heavy rain might flood the river. 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 I hope not. I hope the heavy rain will not flood the river, which will do damage to the area so much seriously. So I hope the heavy rain will not flood the river. The heavy rain might flood the river. The river is about to flood. 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 After the celebrity, a very famous celebrity, introduced the snacks on the TV, many people flooded to the shop to buy the snacks. Many people flooded to the shop. Many people flooded to the shop to buy the snacks. The river is about to flood. The river is about to flood. The river is about to flood. The river is flooding. The river is now flooding. The river is now flooding. The river is about to flood. The heavy rain flooded the river. 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 Have you seen the floodgate opening? Have you ever seen the floodgate closing? Have you ever seen the floodgate closed? Have you ever seen the floodgate being closed? Have you ever seen the floodgate opening? The floodgate is usually open. The floodgate is usually open. The floodgate is usually closed. The floodgate is usually closed. The floodgate is usually open. Floodgate, floodgate, floodgate. The floodgate was renovated recently. The floodgate was reconstructed recently. The floodgate was erected again. The floodgate was erected newly. The floodgate was newly erected. The floodgate was newly erected. Floodgate, 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 floodgate. The floodgate was newly erected recently. The new type of floodgate was built recently. Floodgate, 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 floodgate. The floodgate was closed. The floodgate opened. The floodgate was made to open to adjust the water level. The floodgate was made to open to adjust the water level. The floodgate opened to adjust the water level. Due to the earthquake, the land subsided a little. After the volcanic eruption, some land subsided. Due to the volcanic eruption and the vibration from that, the land nearby subsided. The land nearby subsided. Due to the volcanic eruption, the land nearby subsided. Due to the earthquake, the affected area, the land of the affected area subsided a little. Due to the earthquake, the land of the affected area subsided. Due to the softer and weaker foundation, the land subsided. Due to the weak and softer foundation after the heavy rain, the house subsided a little. 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 We have to wait until the typhoon subsides. It won't be until half a day that the typhoon subsides. It won't until tomorrow that the typhoon subsides. It won't until tomorrow or half a day that the wind and rain subside. It won't until tomorrow or half a day that the wind and rain subside. Due to the earthquake, the land of the affected area subsided. Due to the earthquake, the land subsided a little. Due to the weak, softer foundation, the house subsided. Due to the softer foundation, the house subsided. After the water from the flood subsided, there were many garbages showing up. After the subsidence of the flood, there were many trashes showing up on the floor. Due to the earthquake, the houses subsided. Due to the earthquake, the land subsided a little. After the volcanic eruption, due to the volcanic eruption, the land nearby subsided. Due to the volcanic eruption, the land nearby subsided. The concrete road sometimes subsides. and create a hole. The asphalt road sometimes subsides and create a hole. Due to the earthquake, the land subsided. Due to the earthquake, the land subsided. Due to the earthquake, the land subsided. Due to the earthquake, the house subsided. Due to the weaker foundation, the house subsided. It won't until tomorrow or half a day that the typhoon subsides. It won't until tomorrow or half a day that the strong wind and rain subside. The subsidence of the land was created by the earthquake. The subsidence of the land was caused by the volcanic eruption. The subsidence of the land was aroused by the earthquake. The subsidence of the land was arisen by the earthquake. The substance of the house was caused by the earthquake. The substance of the house was created by the weaker foundation after heavy rain. The substance of the house was arisen by the weaker, softer foundation after heavy rain. The substance of the house was aroused by the heavy rain, by the earthquake, volcanic eruption. The substance of the land was caused by the volcanic eruption nearby. The subsidence of the house was caused by the earthquake. The subsidence of the land was created by the volcanic eruption. The subsidence of the strong wind took one day, almost 1 day. The subsidence of his anger took 3 days. The subsidence of the land was caused by the volcanic eruption. Okay, I will finish speaking here. Thank you for watching. See you next time. See you.